Hi, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jacqueline, and if you have about 10 minutes, I'd like to discuss with you a topic that's very important to me, and that is children. In particular, I would like to discuss the importance of relationships and friendships in the life of a young child. According to American psychologist Abraham Maslow, the third greatest need of a healthy human is the need to belong. This is clearly demonstrated when you observe the lives of young children. Those companions that share a similar age and mentality, otherwise known as peers, are vital components to a growing child. There are even indications that without these types of relationships, there is a potential for social unbalanced disorders to manifest. Imagine that. Not having a healthy relationship as a child has the potential to cause mental illness. Studies have demonstrated that social contact between peers begins as early as infancy. I'm sure you've seen two babies interacting with one another. Even if the smiles or the gestures tend to be reflex, I still believe that that is the basis of social interaction and eventually what becomes relationship. These early interactions progress and then they allow children to build social skills. Some of the skills that they acquire include how to consider the point of view of someone else. My gosh, I know adults that haven't mastered that skill yet. It also teaches them self-control. Self-control is one of the most important things that a child needs to learn anyway, because at some point they're probably going to find themselves either standing in line, sitting on a rug in a classroom, sitting at a table or a desk, and being able to keep their hands to themselves and be still is going to be a good skill to have. Also, another skill that children acquire by having relationships, is how to accurately assimilate cues. That means they are able to look and listen to someone speaking. That is, they can receive their verbal and nonverbal communication and then accurately interpret what's being said. According to the textbook Child Development by John W. Santrock, the children who master relations with their peers are successful later in life. That means that when a child has built a good relationship with their peers, it will carry them all the way through adulthood. Going right along with socialization of peer groups comes play. I remember having a conversation with a disappointed student. He was new to kindergarten from preschool, and he asked, "When do we get to play?" The ability to play was important to this child. And it was also important to an early childhood philosopher, Frederick Froebel, who believed that a development occurred through play. Play provides hands-on and minds-on opportunities so children can experience and learn through all kinds of materials. And that's according to George S. Morrison. Children learn through their play, and it even contributes to their brain development. It is valuable cognitively, physically, emotionally, and socially. If you think about it, play builds in all the areas of child development. There was a childhood. Mildred Parton used structured stages to describe the evolution of child's play. Stage 1, she said, is called solitary play. And that's when a child plays all by themselves. I'm sure you've seen children sitting in the sandbox maybe, playing as if they're the only kid in the whole park. That's what we call solitary play. The next stage is onlooker play. If a youngster would be standing on the side and observing others play. Just observing and looking on, but not joining in. The next stage would be parallel play, where you might find two children playing side by side, say at the water table, not interacting with each other, but maybe one child has the blue cups and the other child has the yellow cups, and they're playing the same thing, but just not playing together. Or maybe you've seen two little girls sitting in the playhouse corner, playing with dolls. Each one has their own doll. Maybe they're talking to their own doll or dressing their own doll. That's parallel play. Then the final, not the final. The next one is associative play. When children begin interacting, but still not actually playing together. And then finally comes cooperative play, which is the most sophisticated play. And it involves groups or teams. And there are also other types of play, sensomotor, practice, pretense, social, constructive, and games. The next phase of children's relationships from play is friendships. Children socialize and play with peers. They also bond with other children. Friendships are very important to kids. Most kids that have friends in early childhood have things in common, such as gender, age, nationality, and as a matter of fact, boys and girls even have different types of friendships. The purpose that having friends serves is, 1, to have a companion. Everybody likes to be buddied up. As I said, that was one of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Then the next purpose of friendship might be to share experiences. Yet another is to provide or receive help, to give emotional support, and to set a standard, and for simply having someone that's close. A study by Harry Stack Sullivan proved the value of friendship by reporting that 6th grade students who did not have a friend engaged in less prosocial behavior and had lower grades and were more emotionally distressed than their counterparts who had 2 or more friends. So as you can see, friendships, relationships, and playing together is a vital component in the lives of young children. Thank you.